Hi guys, how's it going? Welcome to my Virgin Kitchen. Tonight I'm doing a credit crunch busting recipe attempt. A guy called Tim from Birmingham's got in touch on Twitter. Hiya Tim. In Birmingham they speak a bit like this. It's lovely, it's brilliant. People in other countries, if you're watching in America for example, you have different accents in different regions. Like in Texas, you get on your horse and you ride it. Yeah, and all that. Yeah, so this guy from Birmingham speaks like that, probably. I don't know you, but that's how you speak. But he wants me to do with the credit crunch, probably gone, so they say, but everyone's still feeling the pinch in their wallet, especially with Christmas coming, a nice cheap dinner. Now this is gonna be baked bean chili con carne, just like chili con carne, but instead of the kidney beans, you're taking the kidney out, like a kidney transplant, and putting baked beans in, okay? It's gonna be yummy, and generally with stuff you've got all around the cupboard or the kitchen, anywhere, okay? So, I've got an onion, pepper, some mixed chilies, which I've got left over from another recipe. Obviously you don't necessarily need that, you could use some chili flakes, hence the chili bit. Some tomato puree left over, tin of baked beans, tin of tomatoes, a little bit of mincemeat we had in the freezer, some Worcester sauce, and I'm even going old school with some boil in the bag rice. Now you don't even need to use that, you could get rice yourself, from the bag and cook it up properly, but this stuff is so lazy, just shove it in. Or you could even be super lazy and get the microwave stuff. So without further ado, I'm going to get going and prepare all my veg. I'm going to pour it all in. It's going to be really quick, really yummy, really credit crunch busting, people. Let's go. Woo! Before we start, guys, I'm kind of thirsty. Got a pint of beer here. Ah, lovely. Let's go. Right here then guys, we've got a nice traffic light effect there, red, yellow and green. I'm just going to cut these vegetables up. Obviously if you've got mushroom or courgette or any other vegetable hanging around the house, just chuck it all in. It's whatever you've got there, just save yourself some money. You're bound to have something lying around, as long as it's in date and not gone off, because that will be bad, people. And give you an upset tummy as well. Right, so let's cut and prepare these. There we go then guys, all nicely chopped up, looking good. What I'm going to do now is get a gigantic saucepan, put some butter in there onto heat, and we're going to start to chuck it all in now, people. Also grab yourself another pan for your rice. Woo! Right here then guys, I'm actually putting on the two pans at the same time, because boiling the bag rice takes 16 to 18 minutes to make anyway, which is the entire time, hopefully, this recipe will take. So, there's a little water on the boil for the rice. I'm just going to sprinkle some salt in there. Cool, to help it come to the boil a little bit quicker. Obviously put a lid on that as well if you want to speed it up even more. Got my other pan here with the butter just in there melting away on a low heat. Cool. And I'm going to chuck in the vegetables first of all, and then we're going to bring in the baked beans, tomatoes and the meat, and it's going to be amazing. Lush. Right, so my lid's on the saucepan where the rice is. That's going to bubble away any minute now, so let's get ahead and put the other stuff in there. I've got my onions in a bowl, and that butter's nice and melted, so let's get those in there. Cool. Stir around for a little bit. I've got this like silicone kind of thing. I don't trust it, I feel like this is plastic that's going to melt. But apparently it is silicone, so they use that on chest as well for, yeah. Right here then guys, these onions are smelling and looking great. And while they've been cooking, I took a step to one side, had a moment's thought, and I realised we are making a chilli, people. So to give it a little bit more kick, I'm going to chuck in about half a teaspoon of these chilli flakes. Obviously you don't have to do that, but I'm going to do it because I just want to make sure we've got that real chilli punch, okay? But if you haven't got it, don't worry about it. Maybe chuck some more chilli in, or just, have a mild one. Woo! Anyhow, in go the peppers. Nice. And straight away the chilies. Give that a little stir, and I'm going to check on my boiling water now. Right, my water's bubbling away, and I've got my rice here on the end of a knife, so I'm just going to drop that in there. Lush. Cool. Try not to pierce it with your knife, Barry. Whoops. Bit of a fail there. Right, grab your lid, shove that on there for about 16 to 18 minutes it says. So now we can carry on to work on this. Keep stirring it away, guys. Lush. Right here then guys, that's all starting to soften in there, looking good. Amazing, amazing. Now grab your meat, excuse the pun guys. Yeah, grab that, make sure there's no wrapping on there on the back of it, okay? And just dump it straight in. And we're just going to break it up with that. You want to get this all nice and browned, okay? So all the juices of the meat are going to get in there. In a minute we're going to have to chuck some of the beans and the tomatoes in. It's going to be a festival in that pan, baby. Wow! Right here then guys, that's all starting to cook up nice and good. What I'm just going to do is, excuse me, grab my pepper mill, just get a little bit of that in there. Like so. And my chilies, a little dab of those. That'll do. Obviously if you want to get a real strong one, just chuck more in, easy peasy. So that's in there, stir it around. Oh, it smells great, amazing. Excuse the smoke there, that's coming up, wow, it's looking like a little wigwam. Anyway, yeah, so I've got baked beans here and tomatoes. As you can see, there's quite a lot of juice in there, and that is quite dry, my friends. We don't want to overload it with juice, so what I'm going to do is tip out, put my hand over the sink in a minute, tip my tin of beans out so some of the juice falls out, but there's still a little bit in there, and pour it all in there. Amazing. Okay guys, dramatic reenactment for you. Imagine this is your tin of beans and the sink is beneath me. I'm gonna put my hand like that, just tip it briefly and back on, and that's all I'm doing guys, easy peasy. Amazing, right, so beans, in they go. Cool. See them tucked away in the corner there. My chopped tomatoes, in they go. They're gonna be a little bit more liquidy because they're chopped people, so we need a little bit of liquidy texture in there. There's still other stuff to go in, but give that a nice stir in first of all. Brilliant. Right, now I've just grabbed one of the old tins, half filled it with water, and just going to pour that in there to bring the level up. Now what I do is grab some Worcester sauce as well. So just a couple of dashes of that, give it a bit of a kick. Nice. Stir that in. And one last bit I wanted to add of the main stuff is tomato puree, if you've got any in the house. So let's do that please. Yeah. Right guys, with tomato puree, it's kind of like a toothpaste tube. You know, you're running out, so you just keep rolling it up at the bottom. We want about a tablespoon of this in max. You know, you really want about half a tablespoon really. Otherwise, you're just going to overload it with tomatoey flavour. So just get in as much as you can. Ugh, wow. I thought that was toothpaste for a moment. I had a bit of a flashback. That would have been bad. Now just stir it all in. And we're getting a real nice texture in there now. Right here then guys, this is what it's looking like. Nice texture on it there. We're going to turn the heat up, bring it to a simmer with a lid on it. And that'll be it. But one last thing I want you to do, if you are posh enough to have a herb garden, which many people don't, I don't, grab yourself, if you've got any herbs from the cupboard, some random ones that you think might sound nice. Don't get mint because that's for lamb, but get this one is oregano, so that's not too bad. But don't get any illegal ones, okay? I'm just going to add just a teeny dusting in there because it's not an Italian dish, but I just want to give it a little bit of a herby kick. So yeah, use them up. You're not going to use them on your cornflakes, are you? So do that. Right guys, I'm not sure if you can see that, but it's kind of like the scene from Jurassic Park. You know, with the little cup of water where they sat in the car and it wobbles because the dinosaur's getting nearer. That is starting to bubble, my friends. So I'm going to grab my lid and just plonk it on there, turn the heat down a little bit and just let it simmer away for a good 10 minutes. Bring it all together with my rice and it's ready to serve up. So next time you're going to see me, it's serving up time, people. Yeah! Right here then guys, we're 5 minutes in, just wanted to quickly show you. Look, it's bubbling. Like they say in Jamaica, come on, it's a bubbling nice, man. Okay. Guys, I just took my rice, that's ready to come off, and this is looking good, my friends. I just open this, it's still bubbling, but look how much has gone. I just stir this around, and look, the meat comes to the top. All good, my friends. So, let's finally plate it up. I've been teasing you, haven't I? I've been teasing you. Let's go. Wah! Right then, guys, grab yourself a dish like that, and plonk in a nice big pile of your boiled-in-the-bag rice, which actually turned out pretty darn good. So, yeah. Right, there you go then guys, nice big pile of rice. Now dump your chilli in the middle of it. Wow, credit crunch-tastic. You can see the beans in there, look at that. All I'm going to do is add some grated cheese on top. This is optional of course, but here we go. Boom, there we go then guys, cheese on the top. Let me hold that up to the light. That is looking amazing. So that is a baked bean chili con carne credit crunch style, my friends. I'm going to give it a taste now and see what it's like. Whoa. Right here then guys, just going to give this a try. That's my food tasting face. You know when people drink wine, they go and all that? That is blooming good, my friends. Not too strong either. So obviously it's custom, like I said, just add in as much chilies as you want. So thanks a lot, Tim, from Birmingham, for sending that recipe in. Remember, if you want me to try one, just send a message on Twitter or whatever, and I'll work my way through them. That was amazing. So if I can make that, absolutely anyone in the world can. Have a go for yourself. Let me know how you get on, and I'll see you again on the next video.
High five!